What's up, guys? Say hello, Sang Lai. Hello. She's chilling out on the bed with her headphones on, playing some of that awesome YouTube goodness. I don't know what happened there. My camera just kind of jumped. Anyway, for those of you who are coming over here, say hello to Lemmy first of all. You have to kiss the poster whenever you enter or leave my apartment. Haha, just kidding. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a lesson on a short little lesson, as best as I can, on negotiations in Cambodia. As you know, the general rule is never accept the first price at a place that does not have a fixed price. Some places have fixed prices. Everybody pays a certain amount. They will be clearly shown on the item. A lot of places, especially in the markets and some smaller stores, everything's negotiable. So, I'm going to tell you some words in English. I'll give you my best Khmer translation to help you negotiate. Keep in mind, I wrote down the Khmer translation in English phonetically. That means this is the way I remember how to pronounce it. It is not in any way indicative of how it is actually spelled. So please keep that in mind. Don't think that's how you go around spelling these words, all right? So, let's start here. First thing you want to know, how much is it? How much is it? You're looking at something, there's no price. You want to know how much it is. In Khmer, you would say, Ani klai paman? Ani klai paman? Ani klai paman? And I put the little mark over the A because it's a halfway between an A and an O. They have a lot of words like that in Khmer. Ani klai paman? How much is it? How much is it? They say $10. You're like, no, I can't afford $10. I'm poor. So you want to know, can you lower the price? Can you lower the price? In that case, you would say, Jo klai bante? Jo klai bante? Jo klai bante. And again, these two letters here, the D and the T, it doesn't make a D sound and it doesn't really make a T sound. It's kind of a combination of both. Take some practice, and even I'm not used to that now. But Jaklai Bante, can you lower the price? So you negotiate and you say, no, $5. They say, no, can't take 5, no 5. Too low, too low. So you say 6. They say, no, can't take 6. Too low, too low. So then you might want to ask to get it over with and find out, what is the last price? In other words, the bottom line, what is the last price? And to ask that, you would say, Al klai paman. Al klai paman. Al klai paman. Al klai paman. What is the last price? They might say it's $7. $7. If you're happy with that, you pay it. You save $3. Everybody walks away happy. So there's a little lesson for you, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing some of these. My pronunciation is probably not correct, but they will get the idea. They will know. Ani klai paman? Jo klai bante? Al klai paman. These three phrases could help you when you come over here and you're trying to negotiate. So even though it's not perfect, and of course you do not spell the words that way, it's just phonetically the way I hear them in my head. I hope that helps. I'll talk to you guys later. What's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that little instructional video. Anyway, I want to clarify something. Oh, this is gonna be blurry. I want to clarify something about my last video about the electricity here in Cambodia, because I don't want to lead anybody astray. And the fact is, I don't know that much about voltage and HERS and all that good stuff. But luckily, my friend Mark, who lives just 2 doors down, he watched my video and asked if he could give some input. And of course, I'm always open to input. Yes, always willing to learn. And he informed me that it's not really the bigger things that you would think that will cause the issue, like the computers, your laptop chargers, your phone chargers, things like that are not really an issue. You can basically plug them in here and no problem. The problem comes with other electronics, like things I don't use, so I wasn't even aware if they would work or not. Things like electric shavers, hair dryers, curling irons, things like that coming from another country like the United States over here are going to have different voltages, different ways they regulate, and if you plug it in, it probably won't work. You might even get zapped. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, except those things are bad. Yeah, get out of the way. Those things are bad, but oh, yeah. Good thing she was paying attention. Those things are bad if they come from the United States or elsewhere. So basically, wait to purchase those things when you get over here, because you could buy a power converter that would convert from one voltage to the other, but those are pretty expensive and quite heavy, so that's going to take up some weight in your luggage. But I just wanted to make that clear because I don't want anybody coming over here and hurting themselves or getting something destroyed because I didn't know. So thank you to Mark for that information. It's always useful. Decided to take a little walk, nighttime. We are going to get some rain. We were watching a lightning show in the sky earlier from the balcony. I don't know when, but I think it's going to be pretty soon. I've said that before and then nothing's happened, so I guess I'm the world's worst weatherman also. But it is breezy, feels good. Somebody asked a question in one of my videos. They wanted to know about another subject which I fail horribly at for most of my life, but perhaps I can give my insight, and that is dating a local in Cambodia. Not a bar girl. We're not talking about the downtown pay for sex scene. He's talking about a regular, normal, local Khmer woman. Do they speak English? How do relationships work? Are they easy? Are they easy to meet? Things like that. So, we're going to get some thoughts together, and I'll explain them to you in a minute. All right, so first, the language barrier. It's actually pretty simple. If you want to know whether it's to try to date somebody or just in general, if you want to know if they speak English, most people here are very honest about their abilities. All you would have to do is ask them. Niye anglais? Niye anglais. Speak English. So that would be your first step, I guess. into figuring that out. Now, how well, some of them might say yes, and it would be true, but they might not speak very good English. I've been with Senglai over a year, and even though her English is improving, and my Khmer is improving, we still go through periods where I don't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. No matter how slowly or carefully I try to say it. And so there can be obstacles to dating locally. But you can easily find out how well somebody knows English just by talking to them. In the rural areas and parts outside of the town proper, I guess you could say, you're not going to find a lot of people, if any, that speak English. You're just not. But in towns like Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, Battambang, Sihanoukville, even, heavily touristed areas, or heavily visited areas, I should say, that have a lot of tourists, you're going to find a lot of people that have a good command of the English language, because they move to towns like this in order to create a better future for themselves, more money, opportunities. But a lot of them, if not most of them, come because they know some English, or they will have to learn some English. So you could take a normal Khmer girl, typical family. She's working in some kind of retail establishment. Chances are she will have to know English, because that will be part of the job requirement. So she wouldn't have the job if she didn't. So if you're worried about finding a woman that can speak English, that's not really a problem in the cities, in the big cities. Now, the dating part itself is just like anywhere else, I guess. You ask her out, she likes you, you like her, you might go out. But what's going to have an effect are the cultural differences when it comes to dating. If you're a foreign male person, there's a certain status symbol that comes with dating you. It looks good. It's a good status symbol. And that doesn't mean she's using you for your money, which is a common misconception, or doesn't mean she's using you just to raise her status, although I'm sure both of those things do happen. But the way they think about those things over here isn't like I'm using you for this. Basically, women over here, one day they want security. They do want a man who's going to take care of them, and a foreign man who will have more money is going to be the one to do that. They're not really interested in looks much over here. Looks really do not play a big important role in the dating scene over here. They don't care what you look like, for the most part. But they're not money hungry, they're not money grubbing. You got to figure they just want security. They want a place to live. They want to be able to eat. They want to have their everyday needs taken care of. They want to be able to go and get their hair done, and they want to be able to go and buy clothes or shoes or something. And the good news is, all those things are really cheap over here. Really cheap. So it's not like you're spending big money or anything like that. But on the other hand, what you get in return is a very, very dedicated woman. A woman dedicated to you, a woman who will attend to your needs. Hey, get back there. Jeez. She's just gonna go walk into traffic. But they're very attentive to your needs. I mean, she'll wash your clothes, she'll cook your meals, she'll do your shopping, she'll make sure you get the best deals, she'll she'll be sure decisions that are made for both of you are to your benefit, is what I'm trying to say. So in a way, there may be even more trustworthy and more faithful than in other parts of the world. At least that's been my experience. Now again, it's kind of like one of them cost of living videos. I can only tell you about my experience. Other people might have completely different experiences. Well, yeah, you meet a girl, ask her if she speaks English. If she does, ask her to go out. If she says yes, then great. But here's the thing, when it comes to the culture here, if you're dating a woman for a while, doesn't matter what your relationship status is, you're just going out casually, whatever. When they see you together, people are going to refer to her as your wife. Oh, your wife looks very nice today. Where's your wife today? If you're not with her. Things like that. And at first I used to just correct people. I'm like, no, I don't understand. You think I got married? She's just my girlfriend. But that's just the way they think over here. You should also keep in mind that this is a very, what I'm going to call a spontaneous thinking country. Nobody's rude, nobody's pushy, but it can appear that way when doing transactions. For instance, if you're going to buy something or you want to make a decision in the West, you know, we will think about it. What are the pros? What are the cons? I'll get back to you in an hour or a couple days. But over here, they want like a almost an immediate decision. They'll just ask you right out. So, you interested? You gonna buy it? You want it? Yes? Yes? No? No? They just want yes or no. So you have to kind of explain. I just need to think about it. And the women here, as it relates, are kind of the same way. Out of the blue, they might just ask you something and want an immediate yes or no answer. So is your intention to marry me soon? Is it yes or no? Yes or no? Are we going to get married? And when it comes out of the blue with no lead up to that discussion, it can be disconcerting. You're like, whoa, 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 I got to think about it. I got to think about it. But you want to do it in such a way so they don't take that as just a sign of disinterest or procrastination. You want to be sure to let them know what your objectives are in as mild a manner as possible, because things can be misconstrued. Even with a person that speaks English, they might not understand all the subtleties of the language. And how we say, well, let me think about it, does not necessarily mean no. Sometimes they think, oh, that means he's not interested, or something like that. Also keep in mind, this is a very, very family-centered, family-oriented country. Family comes first, over work, over everything. So when you're with a woman, there's going to be this obligation on you so that she doesn't lose face with other people, that you're also going to be, you'll be required to take care of her family at certain times. Now don't be fooled into thinking that you've been dating a woman 2 months and she says, my mother needs a new house, I need $8,000 from you so she can have it. You know, don't get that twisted. But if a family emergency should come up and that family needs money, and this has happened to myself in Shanghai, if they say, hey, I don't get paid for another 2 weeks, I need money for food, you're going to be expected to fork over 40, 50 bucks. And this is not a loan, you are giving it because this is part of your obligation to her. Part of your obligation to her is also going to be to her family, is what I'm trying to say. And by saying no, or refusing, or trying to insist on your Western-minded ways, with money and borrowing and paying back, you try to force those values, and she is going to lose face with her family. She's going to lose a little bit of respect, because that's just not how it's done here. And no matter how much you think you can change that, you are not going to be able to change that. So just that little word of advice. So the language barrier and the cultural barrier are two things that are different. And they're significant. There are some landmines you want to avoid. I can't go through them all, obviously, because there's way too many, but you'll learn as you go. And I'm sure whoever you wind up dating will be happy to remind you when you stumble into one of those traps and give you a chance to correct the errors of your ways. But other than that, it's the same everywhere. People, everywhere are looking for the same thing. They want somebody who will love them, who will respect them, and respect their culture, and know that they're going to be taken care of. And just because you go on 1 or 2 dates, you're not committed. You don't have to say, well, we've been out twice and I have to keep seeing this person. No, that's not the case either. And keep in mind that, like any other country, I think there's going to be a certain amount of women that are not interested in a foreign man. They have no interest. And if they show no interest, don't take it personally. And also don't push. Women here, I noticed, that in my experience, do not play hard to get. So if they say no, they actually mean just no. Not mean. Not like you're a horrible chode of a man that they find disgusting. They're just not interested in you for whatever reason. But again, that's one of those cultural things. We're used to hearing somebody say no, but then they give a little hint and you think, they're just playing hard to get. But over here, no is no. I don't want to go out with you. So I hope that helps a little bit. Really, the best way to find out is to experience it yourself. The highs and the lows and all the in-betweens. But as far as, is it hard to find women to talk to that you could go on dates with, the answer to that is no, it is not hard. If you get out there and start talking to them, you can find them fairly easily and quickly, and then take it from there. All right, I'm gonna end this one now. Every time I make a video and Sang Lai's not in the video, I always have somebody ask, where was Sang Lai? And I was like, usually when I'm doing my talking, she's walking behind me, but as you can see, there's her shadow right there. There she is. And there she is right there. Say hello.
Hello, baby.
So there she is. All right. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.